following presentation of the NBA.
Here's a shot from earlier on. As the Suns arrive at the arena, they're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Joining Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the always insightful Kenny the Jet Smith. Kenny, it is so great seeing you.
Hey, Gregory Anthony. How are you today?
We're doing well, Kenneth.
We are. But it's good to have another guard on our row here, isn't it?
You know what? It just brings a whole new level of intellect to the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Well, guards are the quarterbacks of basketball.
Well, if you want an intellect, I'm the guy to bring down from up there.
Yes.
Spell intellect for us real quick, just so we can get a taste of your...
And now we're back on to the race. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off. Let's go to the game.
Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. He came close in Houston, but was traded, and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, "I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, D.A. So many combo guys in the backcourt now, Kenny, but there are still a few traditional style point guards left, and they're sure fun to watch.
Yeah, you still got Rondo. You still have Mike Conley.
Yep.
Obviously CP3. These are traditional point guards that think pass first. Still got LeBron. He's a traditional point guard. He passes first. So it's still fun to watch.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Rondo. The pass to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Off contact. Starting out in this league, Leonard made his living inside.
Here's Paul. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here is Rondo. Outside, George. And Cousins kicks to George. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the Suns now. With 3, Booker hits the three-point bomb.
Well, he passes to the wide-open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Rondo against Paul. Leonard looking around. Back to Rondo. There's the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Booker, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Pass to Crowder. He kicks it to Booker. Four on the clock. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
We know George can beat you with the pass, has great vision and great court sense.
And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. 4-point game. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 31-point game against Chicago. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Kenny, so much can happen on draft night. What was it like for you the night you were selected out of North Carolina, number 6 overall?
It was interesting because I wasn't sure if I was going to Sacramento.
Really?
Because I interviewed for everyone else in the top 10 basically except for them.
You're kidding.
And they took me without an interview. And that surprised me. Not very often, Greg, in life you get a job without an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I got that one.
A high-paying job.
a high-paying one at that.
No less.
Bridges with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And stolen by Cousins. Booker against George. And it's George finishing it off.
As an elite athlete, George is so agile, so smooth. It's a pleasure to watch him play this game.
Now Paul. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Passes it to Bridges. Paul outside. Shoots from the baseline. Offensive rebound. Here's Ayton. And he starts out with a miss in this one.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Yo, you put it anywhere near that rim, the claw's gonna go get it. Showing he still has the explosion off the floor.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Paul against Leonard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Phoenix now. They trail by 6. Here's Bridges. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, there are not a lot of ways that Bridges is unable to score. This time he shows off the floater.
Rondo looking around. It's rebounded by Paul.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Booker the pass to Bridges.
Mikal Bridges is one of those guys who maybe is a jack of all trades and master of nothing, willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win.
The Suns shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And he knocks down the first one. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Bridges. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
The Suns trailing. Kenny, you played in so many different kind of offensive styles and systems during your basketball career. What stands out as your favorite?
Favorite was the Rockets. So that was the best style of play that I enjoyed most.
Yeah, I think you make a great call. You know, people would think like as a guard, you'd want to just have more opportunity to be the focal point. But the reality is we'd rather win.
Without question.
You'd much rather play with a great big in our era who could dominate the paint because the role reverses. They basically become your point guards because they're playing out double teams. And now you're getting to catch guys in transition running at you where you can be more effective.
One shot.
He's a top talent in today's game. George is not only a dynamic offensive player, but he's versatile and a skilled defender.
Pass to Booker. Rondo with it. 9 points last game out. He dishes it to George. Now the pass to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Back to Booker. From deep three-point range, another three for Phoenix.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Phoenix, Sharge checked in for Crowder. Johnson comes in for Bridges, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Paul. Pass to Cousins. Sharge against Beverly. And the layup's good off the glass. Kenny, your former team, the Rockets, have suggested that the league move to start the free agency ahead of the NBA draft. From what you hear, is that idea picking up some momentum?
Well, that's how it is in other pro leagues. You know?
It is, right.
You have the free agency,
Yep.
then you know exactly what you need in the draft. So it would make sense. You're drafting something, and all of a sudden you get all these different free agents. You don't need those young players because typically young players are 2 to 3 years away.
The landscape changes.
Yeah, it has, but I like the way we have it because the one advantage with the rookies is they come in as a brand, which is an advantage to you. You think about Zion coming in, it changed the entire landscape of the Pelicans franchise. Like, those guys do have a lot of value if they played in college and been able to build up that brand.
A three from Morris, but they get it back. Here's Ibaka, uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Booker against George. A nice shot by Booker.
Oh, 6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
Passes it to Ibaka. On the wing, George. Defended by Booker. Rocket 6. Here's George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Galloway finds Ayton. Cousins against Saric. To the paint. Here's Ayton. The shake. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The duo for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Can you think about elite two-way wing tandems in NBA history? This would have to rank right up there with the best of them.
Well, it ranks in terms of talent. But Jordan and Pippen are the idol of that.
They accomplish it.
Yeah, but the accomplishments is what separates.
Yes.
So what these two accomplished, will put them in a league of their own.
No doubt about it. Individual talents. Kawhi is accomplished, right? He's got 2 finals MVPs, 2 championships. Paul George, though, this could put him in that discussion if they're able to somehow win it all.
Good route there from Beverly in transition. So quick and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
Suns trail by 4. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka, and it's Kennard in for DeMarcus Cousins. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Smith comes in for Johnson. Clippers leading by 4. Now here's Kennard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. They grab their own miss. Zubac, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. The Clippers shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 6-point game. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win. This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Pass to Zubac. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right and make some sense optically.
Well, it's repetition more than the visual. So the more you, like I actually shot the ball and my left hand stays on too long, so I had a side spin. It didn't go, it didn't have a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, you know, but the repetition will help.
And, you know, there are some guys that, you know, some of the great shooters don't have great, I mean, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe shot it with
Larry
a little
Bird's
Larry
form
Bird
was different.
But, you know, they perfected it. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
In the corner, Kennard with it. On the wing, Morris. The pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Phoenix no good that time either. Clippers leading by 6. Here's George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Love the toughness from George there. Able to draw the contact, and thanks to how assertive he is inside.
The Clippers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
And George drops them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Booker. 16 points for him. Over George. They get the rebound. Kaminsky misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Kennard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Smith kicks to Booker. A new 14 for the Suns. Kaminsky, the pass to Booker. Sinks the three-pointer. Booker's got 19 points.
Every time he gets going like this, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
Outside, George. Good if it goes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun and it's light. Fans deserve it on both sides. You know, it's good old-fashioned basketball. You know, it's all part of the game. We're both trying to win, and that's what people want to see. Hard-nosed, edgy basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
We've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And he makes the first.
Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding 3?
Game-deciding 3. Steph Curry's number 1. Klay Thompson's number 2. Ray Allen's retired, so I'll go with Trae Young.
Ooh, what about Dame Lillard?
Ooh, I'm sorry. Dame Lillard, number 3. And then Trae.
Say, wait, so Steph,
Klay,
Lillard, okay.
Game-winning 3, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there.
Who's that?
Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi's hit some, hey, Kevin
wild.
and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card, though.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a 3 to get to the finals.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series. Yeah. Now, here's Bridges. Kaminsky finds Paul. Smith trying to break loose, and it's Paul missing.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Leonard, no luck. Suns trail by 6. Paul passes to Bridges. Smith in the post. Leonard's there. Nice shot by Smith.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Rondo. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside, Paul. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Paul's got his first bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Leonard. It's tipped. That's a 2 from Kennard. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
One of the most unselfish players you'll ever be. Leonard doesn't care who scores. He just wants to win.
Crowder, the pass to Smith. Paul surveying the floor. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Count that one. Kaminsky's got his first points in this one.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there, wouldn't he?
LeBron is a showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the league. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, Harden, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that, the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is we haven't, those other, like LeBron doesn't have to have a great team. You know, he can make a team great. That's the one difference with him. I think Giannis can do that.
He made that team great before Kevin Durant got there.
No. Well, he's playing with a few other Hall of Famers. My point is, if you put him out there with guys who weren't all-star caliber players, that's my concern. We've seen, I'm with you, Giannis has done that, LeBron has done that. Steph's a showman in his current existence. And Luka, without a doubt.
All-time showman.
And here's Rondo after the three-pointer from Jay Crowder. Kennard against Crowder. Here's Zubac, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Zubac has got his second bucket tonight.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Rondo against Paul. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers in the lead. On the wing, Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
The Clippers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. The first free throw is good. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Luke Kennard. And for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And it's Johnson in for Smith. Jackson hits both of them. And Phoenix has possession. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Clippers leading by 3. Takes it out to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got 9.
I say this to my son KJ about Leonard all the time. He's smooth in everything he does, and he catches fire with confidence.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Outside Crowder. Back to Paul to end the run, and the layup is good. Paul's got his second basket of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Up top, Leonard, who's guarded by Johnson. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
One thing pro scouts did not anticipate, Leonard becoming an elite ball handler for his position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Leonard hits them both.
Everywhere Leonard goes, he sets the tone with his focus and toughness, and his teammates follow suit.
Paul dishes to Bridges. Kicks it to Johnson. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Here's Paul. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Rondo against Paul. Here's Leonard, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Leonard's got 13.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Suns trail by 6. Here's Paul. 6 points for him, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
This is why you love Chris Paul running your offense. Just move without the ball, find some space, and the ball will find you.
Now here's Jackson. And Ibaka kicks to Rondo. Rondo is doubled, down low, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. And the rejection by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Good on the bucket. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here is Paul. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Right at the free throw line. And the shot is long. The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Rondo's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. Timeout called, the Suns.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Leonard. Paul George comes in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Phoenix also making some changes. Sharch is checked in for Crowder. Booker comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Paul. Galloway finds Ayton. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Ayton's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you bump me, and I'm going to bump you back as Ayton not afraid to get physical with the defender.
Passes to George. Beyond the arc. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now here's Beverly. On the wing, George. A 3-ball. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the dunk by Booker.
How about Devin Booker getting up to the rack?
Clippers leading by 7. Now Beverly. Pass to George. Back to Beverly. He kicks to Cousins. Over Sharch. No good from Cousins. Phoenix has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The pass to Galloway. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Saric against Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Booker unable to get that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. George with the bucket.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
There's Galloway. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And the rejection by Ibaka. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
There's Galloway. The dish to Johnson. Out to Saric from downtown. Buries it from 3-point range. Saric has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Los Angeles leading by 8. Pass to Beverly. Ayton against Ibaka. Over Ayton. Beverly. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Patrick Beverly sneaking in right there, always looking for ways that he can help support the team.
Booker looking around. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Morris passes to Ibaka. Nice touch on the shot from close range. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Booker against George. Booker outside. To the middle. Here's Ayton. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Kenny, always fascinating to get your take. We sure appreciate you coming by.
Man, it's great to be here, man. Thanks for having me, man. Happy to be here. This is the best studio show up top, but we got the best down here by the bottom.
Are they paying you well? Are they paying you well?
Not as well as y'all are. I tell you, not as well as y'all are.
And what an experience it was, Greg, to have Kenny joining us. You always know he's going to give you his honest opinion, which makes him so great.
And Kevin, and throughout his playing days and now as a broadcaster, Kenny has never pulled any punches. He'll tell it to you like it is, and that's one reason he is so beloved.
Well, Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Suns trail by 14. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ayton. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists now in this one.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Six on the shot clock. Steps back and shoots. Tips it, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Clippers on top. They lead by 14. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
Well, it's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And rejoining us here at the table, hey, he's back, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kudos to you, sir, for your sharp and incisive analysis of the game.
Oh, thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Always a pleasure to break down the game with the great ones.
Trader. Excuse me. Yeah, glad you had fun over there. Trader.
I'm back, though.
Copycat.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Rondo with it on the wing, George. And the rejection by Ayton. Booker against Rondo. Now here's Booker, pass to Bridges. Now here's Crowder. Jacks up a three. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Crowder to the inside, and the dunk by Booker.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's...
Wow, hammering it in.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Here's Paul. He's got 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's good on the way in. Paul's got 8 points.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
Pass to Leonard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
For Los Angeles, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. By Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Well, the wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Rondo against Paul. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Suns 5th.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. Kicks to Booker. Down low, Kaminsky. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Kaminsky's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
Outside Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Rebound by the Suns.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Bridges misses. Clippers leading by 18. Here's Kennard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Kennard's got 8.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Paul outside. 8 feet away. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That'll put Rajon Rondo on the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Smith checked in for Bridges.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Rondo against Paul. Feeds it to Kaminsky. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just lights out in terms of his scoring. Devin Booker's calling card.
Leonard against Smith. Right side Rondo. Jackson from long range. No good on the shot. The Suns go the other way with it. Outside Crowder. Over Leonard. A shot by Crowder, no good.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Here's Rondo. It's rebounded by Paul.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto MB down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Clippers leading by 19 points. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball against Rondo. The kick out to Crowder. It's Crowder on the wing. And the Suns miss again.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Paul outside. The kick out to Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And for the Suns, Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Chris Paul. To the paint, and the dunk by Booker.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive night.
Suns trail by 20. Inside, here's Kaminsky, and he banks in the layup. And it's 7 points for Frank Kaminsky.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. From deep. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And there's Jackson on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got his 6th assist on the night. Suns trail by 20. Passes it to Kaminsky. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Takes the 3. Rebound by Johnson. Phoenix has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Galloway, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Leonard. Count the basket. Leonard's got 16 here in the second half.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Booker.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And the Suns call time. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
A different look for the Clippers. George is checked in for Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Sharch comes in for Smith. Booker finds Galloway. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Sharch looking around. There's the pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 5. Galloway dishes to Ayton. They get it back. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
And here's Beverley. He has 6. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. To the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Passes it to Ayton. George against Booker. Here's Ayton. And another shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Johnson down low. He's covered by Leonard. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 16 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Phoenix has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And it's Leonard missing. Phoenix has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Booker doing a good job that time. Instead of looking for the shot, looking for a teammate.
Leonard against Johnson. Leonard kicks to Morris. Over Sharch. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got his 8th assist in the game. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. There's Galloway. Defended by Beverley. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good idea to make Ayton earn it at the line because he's a menace in the paint. Don't let him get that shot off.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
DeAndre Ayton back in 2018 heard his name called first in the NBA draft, and he averaged a double-double in his first year in the NBA. Exciting to see what is next for this big man.
And Phoenix making a change here. Bridges checks in. Ayton hits them both. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Beverly, 6 points for him. Down low. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Johnson up top, covered by Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Paul, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Paul's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Suns. Los Angeles leading by 22. George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Cousins inside. Charges there from deep three-point range. Morris, no good. Phoenix has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Jay Crowder's checked in for Phoenix. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. George against Bridges. Oh, Ayton in position. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Beverly with the ball. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. George finds Cousins. Beverly, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Now, Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Paul, beyond the arc, and he's good on the three ball.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
George, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Got a piece of it. Phoenix, another fast break opportunity here. Morris against Crowder. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Sharch dishes to Crowder. Off target from three-point range. Clippers leading by 16. Here's Paul, and the layup is good. Paul's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, he's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverley. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Suns trail by 16. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
George passes to Cousins, and they double up Cousins. Pulls it from 20. Crowder pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Bridges, no one around him, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Here's Rondo, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Paul. Morris with the rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Saric.
Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
That free throw good from George.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Booker against George. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Paul, no one around him. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
First free throw is good. Good on both. Clippers leading by 16. Rondo with the ball. Bridges covering. Morris right side. Right wing. Cousins inside. Defended by Crowder. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Suns have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 30 points.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
George passes to Ibaka. Now Rondo makes it off the glass.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Suns trail by 16. Paul right side over Rondo. The shot's good from Paul.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Rondo kicks to Ibaka. To the middle, here's George. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. George has got 22.
Now, Paul George right now invested fully in this game and on both ends of the floor. Relentless on offense thus far.
The Suns have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Booker the pass to Paul. Kept alive. And Ayton throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Ibaka finds George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Suns trail by 16. And the pass to Bridges. Booker in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Outside, George. Ibaka in the post. Ayton's there. Ibaka, the pass to George. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. A shot by Crowder, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now the feed to Cousins. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And the Clippers lead by 15.
The way that Cousins keeps that one in control, an amazing job how he fights through the contact, something he is very used to.
Pass to Booker. A floater. Ayton kicks it out to Paul. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Floats it up for Cousins.
He can drain shots from anywhere. That's what's remarkable about Cousins and his size and at his position. Lethal scorer.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 17. A nice shot by Booker.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Feeds it to George. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
I mean, still holding the lead, but they've hurt themselves somewhat here with turnovers.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Passes it to Ayton. Paul with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Cousins, the pass to Ibaka. And stolen by Ayton. And now the Suns, a fast break. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Paul.
So good with the handle is Chris Paul, putting the D on its heels.
Leonard draws the double. Cousins, no one around him. And again, no good by the Clippers. Bridges kicks to Paul. Pass to Booker. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Rondo is doubled. He feeds it to Leonard. Bridges with the steal. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. And the lead is down inside single digits. Paul's got 18 points just in the second half. And the Clippers call time here. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Clippers leading by 8. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Suns trail by 10. To the inside, and Ayton throws it down.
Think about the next few years. How much more complete will Ayton get? There's some indicators there.
Leonard draws the double. Here's Rondo. Good work defensively by Paul. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Bridges kicks to Ayton. And the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Booker against George. Booker draws the double. Bridges for 3. And the Suns get it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more. So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So smooth. The little pump fake, get the defender in the air. As if Leonard wasn't hard enough to cover, he's adding that to his game.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. 1:25 left to play here in the fourth. Booker up top, defended by George. Bridges for 3.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Suns trail by 11. Booker outside. And there's the pass to Crowder. Great D that time from Leonard.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Paul for 3, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now here's Leonard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Kawhi, you have become an elite two-way player, so how do you carry that scoring load with that defensive responsibility?
It's very difficult. You know, your mind's on the whole game, 48 minutes. But, you know, my teammates get me in the groove, give me the energy to keep fighting throughout the whole 48 minutes.
Well, you did a great job of leading them tonight, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.